Good morning and welcome. As we begin the season of Lent, a season in which we are called to grow in holiness, we are called to conversion, we are called to allow Christ to enter more deeply into our lives. We are reminded of Jesus' time in the desert that we hear about in this Sunday's gospel, a time in which he was tempted by earthly sustenance, by earthly power and glory, by putting God to the test. And yet, because of his trust in the Word of God, because of his trust in God's love, he does not give in to those temptations. During this season of Lent, we are called into our own deserts, whatever they might be, to face the temptations that we encounter in our lives. The same temptations of earthly power, of earthly sustenance, the temptation of putting God to the test. And yet we know that ultimately we need to place our trust in God's love. And so our traditional practices of Lent, almsgiving, prayer, and fasting help us to do just that. Almsgiving helps us to be more generous towards others in both love and material items, to help those who are in need, using our own gifts and talents in any way that we can. Prayer helps us to encounter Christ more closely, and the greater our prayer, the more that we strive to reach Christ in prayer, to have that conversation with him on a regular basis, the greater we recognize his love in our lives, in our fasting, whether it be from food or from other things in our lives, or striving to do more for others, helps us to empty ourselves of our own selfishness and allow Christ to fill us up with his love. Generosity, prayer, self-discipline, all ways in which we can grow in holiness, grow in our love for Christ, grow in our love for one another. And in doing so, come to the experience of paschal joy, of the resurrection at Easter, with minds and hearts renewed in love for Christ and for one another. So I would like to take a moment to invite each of you to join us in the many different ways that are being offered here at Immaculate Heart of Mary. To join us for the Sunday Eucharist as Jesus nourishes and feeds us with his body and blood, with his word. To join us for the many other opportunities, whether it be the devotion of the Stations of the Cross or prayer groups and various other opportunities that are provided throughout the week to grow in faith, to grow in holiness, to grow in our ability to love God and to love our neighbor. So I invite you to join us. You can find more information on our website, ihmparish.net, or through our weekly bulletin, which is both online and here in the church. May you have a very blessed, holy Lent, and may your Lenten journey with us help you to grow in holiness, to grow in faith, to grow in your ability to recognize the profound, intimate love that God has for each of us. Thank you, and God bless you.